In this video, we will learn how to set environment for jQuery. That would mean how we can add jQuery in a web page. There are multiple ways. Let's see. So to set an environment for jQuery, you can use either the method 1 or the method 2. The method 1 would allow you to easily download and install jQuery on your local system. And under method 2, you can use the CDN. Now what is a CDN? CDN means Content Delivery Network. That means the jQuery is installed on another server. You just need to add the link in your program. That's it. This is also considered faster. So for our programs in jQuery, we will be following the second method. Now you would be wondering how to work on the second method. Okay, so here it is. For our web pages and to add jQuery to it, we'll be first installing VS Code. So VS Code is Visual Studio Code. Okay, it is an open source code editor by Microsoft. So you can use it on Windows, Linux as well as Mac OS. It supports debugging, syntax highlighting, intelligent code completion. So this will allow us to create HTML pages and add jQuery code to it. With that, we can also see the output in a web browser. Okay, so as I said, we'll be installing VS Code. Then we will set the environment. Okay, and jQuery will be added in a web page. First, let us see how to install VS Code. Let's start. Go to the web browser. I am using Chrome. You can use any web browser. On Google, type Visual Studio Code and press enter. On pressing enter, the official website is visible. Click on it. That means code.visualstudio.com. It directly displayed us the download button for Windows. It automatically detected that this is a Windows system. Okay, you can click on the drop down and check that all the versions for other OS are also visible. So if you want to work on Mac or Linux, you need to just download them and install it. We'll be showing on Windows. After installing VS Code, the entire process in it works in a similar way for every operating system. So I'll be going for the following: stable version, Windows 64-bit. This works for both Windows 10 as well as Windows 11. I clicked on it. Downloading. We downloaded the VS Code setup file .exe file for Windows. Right click and open to begin the installation. Minimize. The setup started. Click I accept the agreement. Click next. Now VS Code will get installed in the following location. Okay, click next. Keep it as it is and click next again. Okay, you can select these two. You can add a desktop icon. I won't do that because to start I'll directly type VS Code and it will open. Click next. That's it. Click install. Click finish. It will directly launch since the following is by default selected. Now I'll uncheck it. So I'll show you how you can open VS Code without the desktop shortcut. Click finish. Now we need to open VS Code. Go to start. Now type VS Code and it is visible here. This is what we wanted. We just installed it. Click open. Now we started VS Code for the first time. If you want to show this page whenever you'll open VS Code, keep it as it is or uncheck this. I'll uncheck this. Okay. Now click close. Click here. Explorer. Okay. Now you can go to file. Click open folder. Now let's say we will create a folder for a project on the desktop. Click new folder. Here I'll type, let's say jQuery tutorial. Now we will add all our HTML files in it. For this tutorial, I'll click here and click select folder. Now here it is. Okay. Now when you'll reach here, you can see some options: new file, new folder, refresh and collapse folders. Obviously I need to create a new file, right? Because I want a new HTML file so that I can add my jQuery code. So I'll click here, new file, or I'll directly right click here. Before that, you can go to the desktop. And here you can see this is our folder we just created using VS Code. Within this, we will add our programs. Okay. Now here is our VS Code. Okay, close this. This was our jQuery tutorial folder. Right click, click new file. Let's say I'll name it index1.html. Okay, we have created our index1.html. Within this, we will add our HTML code and we will also learn where to add jQuery and how to get it. So guys, we saw how we can install VS Code. We are done with the first step. Now we will set the environment. That is, add jQuery on a web page and understand the structure. Okay, so I told you that we'll be adding CDN for jQuery. That means a link which is already having jQuery on the web server. We will just add that link to our code. What is that link? The following is the link. Okay, this is the version, the current version of jQuery. jQuery 3.7.1 is the current version. Add this to our web page, but where to add it and how to understand the complete structure. For that, here you can see the same line is visible. I hope you know about the HTML structure. The following is the HTML structure. Add the script to your head tag and close it. You can see two script tags are visible. One will add your jQuery because this is the CDN link, as I've told before. Okay, the following CDN link for jQuery. jQuery script will come here. Close the head tag and add your HTML code in the body. That's it. We will see this in the next lesson, that how we can run our first jQuery program. Here we are seeing how to add jQuery in a web page. Now you would be wondering how to get this complete code. Let's say the version updates to 3.8, let's say. So how to exactly get this? Go to the browser. Okay, we installed. Now go here on Google, type jQuery. On typing, the official website is visible, jQuery.com. Here CDN is visible. Click on it. Now you need to remember this link. That's it. It will automatically redirect to releases.jQuery.com. Here in the current version is visible, 3.7.1, and this is the version, min version we added. I'll right click and just copy this. Now let me paste it here, for example, and you can compare this with our CDN link. It is the same. So when it will update, you can directly get the current link from here. Current version when I created this tutorial is 3.7.1. Okay. So now you understood the structure of jQuery in a web page. Now let us run our first program in the next lesson and understand the syntax as well. In this lesson, we will learn how to run our first program with jQuery. That means how to insert it on a web page and code it to display it on a web browser. With that, we will also understand the syntax. Let's start. Okay, so in the last lesson, we saw how we can insert jQuery. We added the following. Okay, this was the current version. I have also shown before that how to get this link from the official jQuery website. This is the CDN link. So now let us understand the syntax of jQuery, then we will run our first program. jQuery uses the document ready event, $, after that the following. So why we will add this function? This is the syntax. This will prevent the code from running before the document is ready. That's why the function name is self-explanatory. You need to add this JavaScript code before the body in the head section. In the previous lecture also I have shown that you need to add this under the head section. Now let us see the first example in our VS Code. If you remember, we created index1.html under our jQuery tutorial. Where it is located? It's located on the desktop jQuery tutorial and index1.html. Now we need to add our code in this. Okay. Okay, so this is our HTML file. Okay, the HTML structure, HTML, then the head tag and then the body tag. Here we will add our HTML. And here now add the script tag so that we can insert the CDN. And after that we will add another script tag so that we can add our jQuery script. Now let me add the same CDN. The same one here, the current one. Okay, we added it. Let me increase the font also. Go to File, Preferences, Settings, type font. It's 14. Let me set it to 17. I can also change it to 20. Now this looks fine. Go to File, Save All. Okay. Close this. Now we need to add our script. I have told you that we'll be using the document.ready event. Okay, so let me add this $document. Okay, dot ready. Okay, it is automatically showing function. Okay, close it like this. Document, add your jQuery code. Let's say I'll print something. You can print anything using document.write in jQuery. My first script by Amit Diwan, let's say. My name. Okay, semicolon. And that's it. So we have added a script in it. I told you we'll be adding in the head tag. Here it is. Now add your HTML. Let's say I'll add just for demo my website name Studiopedia. Now let's see how we will display this. So I was just showing an example. First go to File, Save All. Now what we will do? Go to the extensions here. Type browser. Because you want to open it in a browser. Click on the first one. This is an extension so that you can open your HTML file in the web browser. Click install. Now it will install. Okay, the following is visible. That means we successfully installed it. Click close here. Right click, Now the option will be visible, open in default browser. Okay, I can open it in the default browser. I guess my default browser is Chrome. I'll click on it. Okay, I have not set it. I'll just set it. Let's say Google Chrome always. And here it is, my first script. My first script by Amit Diwan. Okay, I'll close these. You can also see the path. Here is the path. And this was our file. Correct? And the same is visible on the web browser. If you want to open it in another browser, right click, open in other browser. Other browsers are visible. I have set the Chrome by default. So in this way guys, you can run your first jQuery program. And we saved it in the following location on the desktop. Now we will save all the other programs in the similar location. So guys, we saw how we can run our first jQuery program. We created an HTML file and inserted jQuery in it and ran it. We added the following CDN for jQuery. We also used the following syntax. And we ran the first program. Thank you for watching the video.